Krishna Balaram ki jai, Shri Nitai ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Gurudev ki jai, Sadhu Sangha ki jai, Swagatam Suswagatam, welcome, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Does everyone speak English?
Si on parle anglais?
Oui. Sinon, y a-t-il des dévots qui ne parlent pas anglais?
Vous voulez parler, non?
Oui.
Tout le monde parle anglais? Everyone speaks English.
Non, c'est Lilamrita. C'est Lilamrita.
Ah.
Okay, so everyone speaks English.
C'est dimanche, non?
Non, ça a changé.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Agyantimirandasya Gananjana Shurakaya.
Chakshurunitam
Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri
Chaitanya Manodisham Stapitam Yena
Svayam
Brahma Kadamayam
Dadati Swapadam Vikram Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Sa Shri Rupa Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Litam Tam Sanjivam Sadvetam Sarvatam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Litam Cha
He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinavando Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tata Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavan Eshwari Krishna Manusute Devi Pranami Hare Priye Vanchakalpataru Yasha Kripa Sindhu Yasha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Sari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Okay, so we are in New Jagannath Puri. I guess it is Los Angeles. So I'm just getting up from here. The next day, acting on a whim, the devotees took the Jagannath deity off the altar and carried him in Golden Gate Park for a kirtan. Within minutes, hundreds gathered in a meadow below Hippie Hill, dancing and chanting around Lord Jagannath. After several hours, the devotees returned him to the altar. Prabhupada disapproved. The deity should never leave the temple. The deities don't go out to see the people, except on special occasions. They are not for parks, for birds to drop stool on. If you want to see the deities, you have to visit them. So it's an important point. And we have what we call Utsav deities. I guess here also we have Utsav Gonitai, Utsav Buddha Krishna. So when we have occasions, we take those deities out. Utsav. Utsav means festival deities. What happened that day, they took out the big ones. That Lord Jagannath. So, of course, they didn't know. It's way back in 67, I believe. Lord Jagannath's presence quickly beautified the temple. Devotees made garlands for him daily. Jadurani's paintings of Lord Vishnu arrived from New York, and Govinda Dasi had painted a large portrait of Srila Prabhupada, which now hung beside his seat. Devotees also put Indian prints of Krishna on the walls. The lights flashing upon Lord Jagannath made his eyes seem to pulsate, and his colors move and jump, and he became a special attraction in the psychedelic neighborhood of 8 Ashbury. As Prabhupada had requested, devotees and guests began bringing offerings before the altar of Lord Jagannath. Hippies would come by and leave whatever they could: a stalk of wheat, half a loaf of bread, a box of salt tines, a piece of fudge, or candles, flowers, or fruit. Hearing that before using something for yourself, you should first offer it to God, some hippies began bringing their new clothes and offering them with a prayer to Lord Jagannath before wearing them. These hippies didn't follow Lord Jagannath's instructions, but they wanted his blessings. Each night, the devotees performed the arati ceremony, just as Prabhupada had taught them, taking turns offering a candle before Lord Jagannath. When the devotees asked whether they could add anything to the ceremony, Prabhupada said yes. They could also offer incense. He said there were many more details of deity worship, numerous enough to keep the devotees busy 24 hours a day. But if you were to tell them everything at once, they would faint. So it's no wonder that Srila Prabhupada installed Lord Jagannath first. Why did he install Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Shrimati Subhadra first? He could have installed so many other types of deities.
Because the deities came there.
Yeah, but I mean, he told Shama Sundar Prabhu to carve the deities. Mm-hmm. Of course, prior to that, Malathi had stolen a set from the shop, that's true. But again, no wonder nothing happens by chance.
Because they are even more merciful, because they have an ecstasy of joy or an ecstasy.
Yeah, we should remember, thank you Prabhu.
Thank you.
We should remember that Lord Brahma has 2 prarabdha. Lord Brahma lives 100 years of his years. Just what is the length of one day of Lord Brahma? 1 kalpa?
Long time.
to be more precise. 8 billion point 64 years. 8 billion point 64. This is one kalpa, one day, 24 hours. So he lives 100 years of such days. And his life amounts to 311 trillion 40 billion years. So that life is divided into two. It's called a prarada. So the first prarada is first 50 years. The Ishtadev for this universe was Lilamrita. May have heard Lilamrita. And the second prarada, that is the second 50 years, what is the Ishtadev of Lord of the universe? Jagannath. So imagine, of course in Paris you have seen 71 installed in 71. This is the Ishtadev of the whole universe. So in that sense, Lord Jagannath is much more famous than Lord Krishna or Lord Ram or anyone else, by far. And Srila Prabhupada said Lord Jagannath is 80% lenient. 80% lenient. You follow? He's very lenient. What is lenient? Lenient, ça veut dire clément en français. Lenient means you are quite mellow. You don't take action. You know, like a lenient teacher means he's quite mellow with the students. Just to tell you one example, Dhananjay Prabhu, not my godbrother but Prabhupada disciple, told me one time long ago, when devotees used to come to London in the very early days, 69, they would extinguish their cigarette butts on Lord Jagannath. Just imagine. They had no clue what's going on here. They would take and put the butt of the cigarette on Lord Jagannath in London or whatever. So, how more lenient can you be? So no wonder Srila Prabhupada installed it in LA in those days, 67, right? Because he knew they are so far gone. You know, better to install very lenient deities. If you had installed Radha Krishna on the Shingadev, there would have been casualties, most probably. That's why they took a chance to take them out. They didn't know. Speaking privately in his room to one of his disciples, Prabhupada said that during Kirtan in the temple, he thought of Lord Chaitanya dancing before Lord Jagannath. He told how Lord Chaitanya had traveled to Puri and danced before Lord Jagannath in such ecstasy that he had been unable to say anything more than jag, 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 jag. Lord Chaitanya had been thinking, Krishna, for so long I wanted to see you, and now I'm seeing you. When Lord Chaitanya had lived in Puri, as many as 500 men at a time would visit him. And every evening there would be a huge kirtan with 4 parties, each with 4 mridanga players and 8 kartal players. So how many mridangas altogether? 4 mridanga players and 8 kartal players per party. How many parties? 4. 4 times 4, 16 mridanga, and 4 times 8, 32. So 32 pairs of kartal and 8 mridangas. Okay. One party this side, one party that side. Prabhupada explained, one party backside, one party front side, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the middle. They would all dance, and the 4 parties would chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That was going on every evening, so long he stayed at Jagannath Puri. The devotees understood that there was a great difference between themselves and Swamiji. He never had been a hippie. He wasn't at home amidst the illusion of 8 hashberries, LSD, psychedelic posters, rock musicians, hippie jargon, and street people. They knew he was different, though sometimes they forgot. He spent so much time with them every day, eating with them, joking with them, depending on them. But then sometimes they would remember his special identity. When they chanted with him in the temple before Lord Jagannath, he, unlike them, would be thinking of Lord Chaitanya's kirtan before Lord Jagannath in Puri. When Lord Chaitanya had seen Jagannath, he had seen Krishna, and his love for Krishna had been so great that he had gone mad. Prabhupada thought of those things to a degree far beyond what his disciples could understand, and yet he remained with them as their dear friend and spiritual instructor. He was their servant, teaching them to pray like him to be able to serve Krishna. O Lord of the universe, kindly be visible unto me. So this is the greatness of pure devotee. You know? He's non-assuming, never really, by any mean whatsoever, reveal his identity. Vaishnavela Kriya Mudra Vigena Bujai. Even the most intelligent cannot fathom the acts of a pure devotee. What to speak of entering into his ontological position, his swarupa. Totally impossible. The tendency of the living being is Atmavan Manyate Jagat. We tend to superimpose on our conditioning onto others. And we tend to do that a lot, even amongst devotees. What we do basically, we Atmavan Manyate Jagat, we put our consciousness onto the plane of matter, and we conclude according to our petty level of consciousness, such and such. We make conclusions, we draw parallels, and in plain and simple words, we just superimpose our limitation, our conditioning onto others. So that can be very dangerous when you do that with a pure devotee, because you're dealing with Mahabhagavat. Not only that, it's a Vishnu Parikram. Srila Prabhupada is a general companion of Lord Krishna, part of the Mahaprabhu's entourage. So that is why Srila Prabhupada would often change his servants, his secretaries for that matter, because he knew familiarity breeds contempt. La familiarité engendre le mépris. And just for the sake of not letting them committing offenses towards him, he would oftentimes, every 3 months or so, would change his secretary. Except for 2, Harishwari Prabhu and Shutakirti Prabhu. They made it through. Special souls. So, you have seen, Srila Prabhupada, way before that in 66, he used to stand in the queue for the shaman. Can you imagine? Remember when we were Brahmachari, we queue up, and Prabhupada is in the queue. Just imagine. Non-assumingness. Totally and non-assuming. Even prior to that, he used to cook and do the dishes. Then they figured out perhaps we should help him a little bit. So, how far, can you go? How far can you go? At one point you may say, well, come on, they should reciprocate. Even you may turn toward Krishna even. Krishna, what's going on? Help me. Of course, he helped in so many ways, in the sense that people came, but he has to bring them up, rear them up from scratch. Just like when you have a child, he's beating you, he's insulting you sometimes. passing stool on you. I've seen the child. So does it mean you're going to reject him? So in the same way, Prabhupada was like that. Govinda Dasi had a question for Swamiji. He had mentioned briefly that Lord Chaitanya used to cry in separation from Krishna and had once even thrown himself into a river, crying, "Where is Krishna?" She was unsure whether her question would be proper, but she waited for an opportunity to ask it. One evening after the lecture, when Prabhupada asked her questions and there were none, Govinda Dasi thought, "This is my chance." But she hesitated. Her question was not on the subject of his lecture, and besides, she didn't like to ask questions in public. No question. Srila Prabhupada looked around. Govinda Dasi thought Swamiji and seemed disappointed that there was no questions. He had said several times that he should ask questions and clear up any doubts. Again he asked, "Have you got any questions?" Govinda Dasi, well, could you tell about Lord Chaitanya asking where is Krishna? Could you tell about Lord Chaitanya asking where is Krishna and falling in the water? Or would that be not? Prabhupada smiled. Yes, very nice. Your question is very nice. Oh, I'm very glad. Lord Chaitanya, he was the greatest symbol of Krishna Bhakti, a devotee of Krishna. Just see from his life, he never said that I've seen Krishna, never said I've seen Krishna. He was mad after Krishna. That is the process of Chaitanya philosophy. It's called viraha. Viraha means separation. Separation. Krishna, you're so good, you're so merciful, you're so nice, but I'm a rascal. I'm full of sin. I cannot see you. I have no qualification to see you. So in this way, if one feels the separation of Krishna, Krishna, I want to see you, but I'm so disqualified that I cannot see you. These feelings of separation will make you enriched in Krishna consciousness. Feelings of separation. Not that, Krishna, I have seen you, finished, all right. I've understood you, finished, all my business finished. No. Perpetually think of yourself that I am unfit to see Krishna. That will enrich you in Krishna consciousness. Yeah, so this is a very important point. This is our movement culminates in Krishna Bhakti, Vipralambha Seva, Viraha Bhav. Viraha means separation. And we can see the mood of our acharyas, Srinivas Acharya. Where are you, Krishna? Are you in Keshigat? Are you in Vamshivat? Always searching. Even George Harrison picked up on that mood. You have seen the preface, his preface in the Krishna book. All we need is love. And you have seen his song, my dear Lord. It's so hard to see you. How does it go?
Want to see you. I
really want to see you, but it's so hard. So he's picked up the mood. He may be a rock star, but he picked up the mood. See, that's very indicative. So that is why Prabhupada was so happy with him. He told him, "You're not my disciple, you're my son." Can you imagine? Hari's son, no need to be initiated, Hari's son. Only the son of Hari. So this is the mood. What is it? Premanmada. This is the highest level of ecstasy. Premanmada means maddened with love of God. So it's quite controversial. I mean, not controversial, contradictory, because on one side, you're supposed to be in love. Premanmada, you're maddened with love, and still you're searching. You follow? There's an apparent contradiction. if you're in love with someone means you found the person. Not only you are maddened with love. Pramamada means you're maddened with love. So, and still she's not there, or is not there. You follow the contradiction? So, that is why it's, first of all, totally beyond us. We can try to fathom intellectually, philosophically, just like we have seen in Prem Sarovar in Vrindavan, and there's a kund, a Sarovar. Sarovar means like a lake. Prem Sarovar. Srimati Radharani is seated on the lap of Lord Krishna. And then Madhu Mangal, you know, he was trying to chase Madhu. Madhu means many things. Madhu means
Flies.
honey. What else it means? Bee. And there was another, Brahma. Brahma means bumblebee. Bourdon. So Madhu Mangal, he thought, let me help. I don't want the Brahma, I don't want the bumblebee to bother my friend and his girlfriend. So he's chasing. And then finally he said, once the bumblebee is gone, he tells to the couple, Madhu is gone. But Srimati Radharani, she understood, Krishna is gone. That she's sitting on his lap. But that immediately brought her into a swoon of Virahava. So, in other words, it's quite elevated. She's thinking, even though he's here, but he's going to leave soon. Krishna doesn't stay long. You know that. So, anticipating his departure, she starts crying. But not only a few tears, pool of tears. Krishna, seeing her crying, adds up his own tears. That created Prem Sarovar. So that Prem Sarovar is the tears of separation. Pramanmada. What is the term in Sanskrit? Vichinta. There's a term. Yeah, I'm forgetting the term. There's 12 levels within Prem Bhakti. 12 levels. So this is one of them. This is one of the highest. The beloved is right here, but you're still crying, anticipating the imminent departure of your beloved. So this is the mood of the Acharya. They never say, okay, that's it now. I've seen Krishna, thank you, Krishna. Okay, next. This is not a very good, not at all good mood. So even you have seen the great Goswamis always searching, you know, meaning it's not ours. There's different level. Beginning we want to be his, and then even higher than that, I'm his, is mine. We may say he is mine, but Krishna has always the upper hand. He may leave also. You have seen as even Srimati Radharani, when she had this mood in the rasa dance, up, he left. Just to increase further. So that's very high. You can see Srila Prabhupada, he can manage even the most hippies. They are loaded with drugs basically. But still he can manage to convey across the highest pinnacle of philosophy, which is Virahava. They got the point, the hippies got the point. Let me bring something. And Govinda Dasi, she got the point. We are in 67. Perpetually, you know, this is a very important point. When does it come in the Gita, that term perpetually? Very often it comes in the Gita, this adverb, perpetually.
Servant.
Yeah, perpetually. Satatam kirtayanto mam. Perpetually means it implies viraha. You follow? If you say perpetually, means you never get it. You follow? Mm-hmm. By the very meaning of the word perpetually, perpetuellement, means that object you are coveting, you still didn't get. That's why we say perpetually. You
So
follow?
let's say they try to find something they have.
Yeah, but it's always eluding them, you know. Perpetually they're trying. Satatam kirtayantomam. Satatam, they're always perpetually striving. See, also the term yatanto means striving. When you strive for something with effort, earnestly, means you don't have it. I'm striving to become a good driver. Okay? Means you're not a good driver. You may be good, you may be somewhat okay, but you're not a good driver as yet. Why are you striving?
Striving, sorry.
S'efforcer. Yatantascha Lilamrita. Yatanta means to strive. S'efforcer. Means you're not there. So you can see this philosophy of Vilahabhav permeates Bhagavad Gita. You can see the whole philosophy is based on Vilahabhav. Perpetually. Perpetually means there's no end. The Krishna is so expert, you may say, okay, now it's okay. Immediately it's gone. The next minute is gone. Even with the gopis. So you cannot say, okay, that's it now. It's gone. This is Krishna. So Mahaprabhu is in that mood. Radhabhav Duti Suvaritam Nomi Krishna Swarupam. Is Krishna Swarup? Yes. He himself is Krishna? Yes. We cannot say avatar, he's avatari. But Radhabhav Duti, he has taken the bhav and the duti. The bhav, the love, and the complexion, the duti. So you can see it's always an eternal competition between Mahaprabhu and Jagannath. Most of the time, Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and Jagannath is Krishna, you know. So remember the cart stopped at one point, and no anyone could push the cart further, even the elephants, remember? And then who came? And with his head? Chaitanya. And when Chaitanya is dancing, Mahaprabhu with his friends, Lord Jagannath is mesmerized. So this is Krishna being mesmerized by Srimati Radharani. Most of the time, Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Is mesmerizing Lord Jagannath with his love, with her love. But sometimes you can see, at other times, it's more rare, true. Guraharti, Kibajayo Jaya Gurachande. This is Krishna. You have seen Guraharti? It's a different mood. This is Vishnu. And it's just like he's sitting on the altar of Shivastaku, he pushed the deities. He's sitting on the altar. This is Mahaprakash. 22 hours. So you can see sometimes it's Krishna pushing the deities and everyone is coming to offer. So he's got these two, but most of the time he's searching for Krishna. Okay, so let's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu displayed these feelings of separation. This is Radharani's separation. When Krishna went from Vrindavan to his place, his father's place, Radharani was feeling in that way, always mad after Krishna. So Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the separation feeling of Radharani, Radhabhav Tuti. That is the best way of worshipping Krishna, becoming Krishna conscious. So you know that Lord Chaitanya fell on the sea. Krishna, if you are here, Krishna, if you are here. Similarly, the next devotees, Lord Chaitanya's direct disciples, the Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they also the same disciplic succession. They also worship Krishna in that separation feeling. There is a nice verse about them. E Radhe Vrajate Vike Chalalite Enanda Sunokuta Shri Govardhan Kalpapada Patali Kalindi Vane Kutaha Goshanta Viti Savato Rajapure Kede Mahavivano Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Shri Jivapalako. These Goswamis also later on, when they were very much mature in devotional service, what were they doing? They were daily in the Vrindavan Dham, just like a madman. Krishna, where are you? That is the quality. It's a very nice question. So Govinda Dasi was a bit timid as to asking this question, but she was right. Srila Prabhupada paused and uttered a thoughtful, he remained silent. They also remained silent, watching him. He sat cross-legged on the black velvet pillow on the redwood dais. His hands were folded, his eyes closed, and he became overpowered by inner feelings of ecstasy. Although the simple devotees present could not know what was happening, they could see him enter a deep inward state. They could feel the atmosphere transform into awesome devotional stillness. They kept their eyes fixed on him. A minute and a half passed. Srila Prabhupada uttered another thoughtful and opened his eyes. They were filled with tears. He reached over and grasped his kirtle, which rattled in his hand, but he moved no further. Again, he withdrew from external consciousness. So it's quite indicative. And devotees on that caliber, they have two body. It's called Sadaka Deha. This is our body, and we are Sadakas. And we have mature body. What we do, we engage the body into Krishna consciousness. Ata Shri Krishna Navadi, Navadat Gayaniriye, Sevan Muke Hijivado, Swayameva Spurataraha. By engaging the Sadaka Deha, the practitioner body, that is our body, mature body, into the service of the Lord, we purify the senses, the eyes, the hands, the legs, tongue, jiva. Ata Shri Krishna Navadi, Shivamuke He Jiva, Jiva. Jiva means the tongue. Most important. Everything is in line. Tongue, stomach, genitals. So if the tongue is Vachurigam Manasakudavigam. So we know we have Sadaka Deha, but at a much higher stage, at least from Raganuk onwards, we get Siddha Deha. Siddha Deha means spiritual body. Once we entered the stage of Swarup Siddhi, means by the grace of Ladini Shakti, Shrimati Radharani, we will drop some Ladini Shakti, or could be the Sadguru. If you have a Sadguru, you can do that also. And when that happens, you are reinstated into your Siddha Deha, your Siddha Deha, Swarup Siddhi, your spiritual body. And through that body, you can render internal services with your antakaran. Antakaran means the internal senses. Prabhupada gives a beautiful example. Just like when you buy a shirt in the shop, it's got two sleeves. Why? Because you've got two arms. So in the same way, why do we have two arms and two legs? Because the spiritual body has two arms and two legs. So now, the antakaran means the internal organs, the spiritual, the internal senses. They are totally crippled. And what do we have to do? We just have to engage the external organs, the limbs, Atasha Krishna. By doing so, we're going to spiritualize the body up to the level of Jivan Mukta. The body is totally spiritualized. And at one point, once we get into the level of Raganug, means spontaneous attraction to Lord Krishna, gradually, by the grace of Guru and Srimati Radharani, will be given a spiritual body. So in that, with that spiritual body, you can render internal services. You have seen the lives of the great souls like Srinivasa Acharya. Srila Prabhupada is on that level. So in other words, he's interacting in 67 in San Francisco, you know, with the hippies. But by singing that song, that propelled him into ecstasy. So with his, you have seen he's gone for a couple of minutes here. With his internal bodies, he's going somewhere. For instance, Srinivasa Acharya, I mean, there's so many examples, but thinking of him, Srinivasa Acharya, he had 2 wives. It's a great soul. All these great persons are manjaris in the spiritual world. He was a disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and he was a Grihastha. Right after Mahaprabhu, the next generation. And what happened is, oftentimes his wife was used to it. She knows my husband is quite an advanced person. So sometimes he's in dhyan, you know, in deep meditation, smaran, and he chants and he's gone. What he chants is gone. And her wife, his wife, sorry, was used to that. They chant. She knows my husband sometimes is gone for a long time while chanting. So she knows she doesn't bother him. But that time he's gone like 3 days, you know. So you know, it's like, she remains a lady, you know, this is my husband, perhaps he's gone. So then she asked, Ramachandra Sangha Magi Narottam Das. Ramachandra Kaviraj was a disciple of Srinivasa Acharya, very close to Narottam. They were inseparable. But actually he was Diksha, disciple of Srinivasa Acharya. Ramachandra Sangha Magi Narottam Das. So then the lady, one of the wife of Srinivasa, she told Ramachandra, please do something. He's gone for 3-4 days. So what happened is Srinivasa also, Ramachandra is also on that caliber. He entered Samadhi and then he's gone also. So this is, we have to understand, they have 2 lives. Uddhav, I can tell you also Uddhav. So let's stick to that story. Then everything is parampara, and it is described that Ramachandra Kaviraj, of course he knew my Guru Maharaj, my Sadguru Maharaj, he's gone. So he went into the Lila. Beginning you have Lila Spurti. Lila Spurti means very quick perception of the Lila. But on that level of Srinivasa Acharya, it's not Lila Spurti. You enter the Lila. So what happened is described there in the story. It's documented, it's right there. This Ramachandra Kaviraj, and what happened is Srinivasa Acharya had gone back to the spiritual world, to Golok. And of course serving his Guru, who is Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And now what happened is, Srimati Radharani, she lost a nose ring while sporting with Krishna and the gopis. And lo and behold, everyone is searching for the nose ring of Srimati Radharani, Srimati Thakurani. And they cannot find it. So then Gopal Bhatta Goswami had asked Srinivasa Acharya on the planet Earth, please come and help. So he's gone. That's why he was gone 3-4 days. And now the lady on Earth in Bengal, she's telling Ramachandra Kaviraj, please help, do something. So he went into the Lila and he found the nose ring. So what did he do with the nose ring? Did he give the nose ring to Srimati Radharani? What do you think?
No.
No. Whom did he give it to?
Someone close.
To his guru.
Ah.
Srinivasacharya, in his Manjari form, gave him to Gopal Bhatta Goswami, in his Manjari form, who gave him to Srimati Radharani. So you can see, this is not just a figment of imagination. No, it's a fact. That should keep us going in spiritual life. We are just now toddlers. We are toddlers. Actually, I'm a toddler. But at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. If we carry on praying, we should have, at least philosophically or intellectually, we should have a full gamut of Krishna consciousness. Where are we heading to? This is a great science. The science of Rupa Goswami, as given in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And Krishna tells Arjuna, yes, you're not the only one, Arjuna, to tread on this path. Many Madhava Agata, many people before you reached my nature. You're not the first one. So we're not the first one. In 500 years from now, there will be other devotees. Nimarato, obviously, will still be here. So, it's we're going on a journey on a ship. We have got on board the ship which is Kanadara. Kanadara means the captain of the boat, Srila Prabhupada. The greatness of that ship is it's like a shuttle. You have seen you crossing the British Island. There's a shuttle up and down, Dover, Calais, all day. So in the same way, Srila Prabhupada is on that level. He's taking you across. Bhavanagar. Bhavanagar means the ocean of natural existence. Samsara So it could be a forest fire, or sometimes it's compared to the ocean. So it's taking us across, and the ship is going back. Up and down, up and down. So, can you imagine if you jump midway? You just jump midway? You're crossing the channel, the British Channel, and you jump on overboard midway? What kind of stupidity? It cannot be qualified in terms of stupidity. You're getting there. It's a matter of hang out in the ship. Tatenu kompam susamiksamanu, bunyana meva kritam vipakam, ritva gapobir vidananaste, jivita yum muktipade sadayabak. If you stay on the ship, muktipade sadayabak, you're going to get mukti. I mean mukti, not only mukti, personal mukti, vimukti. There's 4 types of mukti for Vaishnavas. So this is, Prabhupada himself is on that level. You have seen external consciousness. He withdrew from external consciousness. So he's got 2 lives. And of course, we have to understand devotees of that caliber. They are Mahabhagavat, but purposefully they come down to Madhyam for the sake of preaching. Because if you are always in the mind of the Mahabhagavat, there's no preaching. You have seen Gaur Kishore, Dasabaji Maharaj, Jagannath Das. They don't preach. They consider, no, I'm very low, very destitute. Everyone is engaged into Maya. Maya is a pure devotee. Okay, everyone is engaged in Krishna. That's the shortcut they do. So Madhyam has to come down in pressures. He has to establish the movement, discriminate Krishna, devotees, ignorance, demons. So for the purpose of preaching, Prabhupada purposefully came down to Madhyam. It doesn't mean it's Madhyam. It's on the highest order of devotional level. As on par with all these great souls, Srinivasacharya, Rupa Goswami. He's one of them. But what he has done is unparalleled because, I mean, give me one name of someone who has done this. So we have to understand we are into the Leela of Krishna. This is the Leela of Prabhupada. Prabhupada is into the Leela. So if you are Prabhupada conscious, you are into the Leela. This is the Leela of Krishna. Lila Mahaprabhu is called as a Lila. No wonder if next Bhagavatam, next Dwapara Yuga, Vyasadeva may adopt Prabhupada in his next edition of Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is not limited to 18,000 shlok. In other planets it's much bigger. Puranas are much bigger. Vyasadeva has the capacity at the end of each Dwapara Yuga to add up Bhagavatam. He edits Bhagavatam for the next cycle. So it's totally feasible that Prabhupada will be entering the pages. Is Mahabhagavad. What he has done is unparalleled. So we have to be quite aware. Awareness should be there. What's going on in this movement? What is the purpose of this movement? What is the intent of Srila Prabhupada? You know, he had something in mind. Otherwise, he wouldn't have come here. He was already totally mandated. How do you say? He was empowered and he had a task at hand. So he had been purposefully rendering that task and he had success. We judge a tree by fruits. Farina Parichiyate. You look at the fruit of Srila Prabhupada. You see how many temples, how many restaurants. So this is the fruit. So you see, Krishna just let it happen out of the blue. So we have to be totally aware of where we're going and what's ahead of us. Siddha Deha, can you imagine? You have a spiritual body. You come to the Mangalarati and this is your Sadaka Deha, and in the room, sometimes when you sit there, you go back to see your Guru in the spiritual world. This is what's ahead of us. Why not? This is totally feasible because we're not the body. We are the spirit soul. So at a higher level, we're going to be able to move with the spirit soul. Just like we move with our material body, what to speak if you have a spiritual body, how much more free we should be. You follow? We should be running. We should be. You can come out and you don't fall. You don't have any natural body. So that's what lying ahead of us. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Madhavendra Prabhu ki
Prabhupada ki.
Vancha kalpa tarvude